On Garda Síochána will be entering a formal state of dispute with the Irish government, as the Garda Representative Association has written to Minister of Public Expenditure Jack Chambers to notify that the Garda are in a formal state of dispute. So the dispute is over the Ireland's EU Presidency, which will be between July and December this year. There's going to be 40 major security operations. Because of that, it's going to be a heightened security time. There's going to be European heads of states coming over to Ireland, and the Garda are expected to come to these special security meetings to be retrained, to enhance security. They won't be able to take leave, they won't be able to take days off, and the Garda is saying no. The Garda is saying no to that. So the reforms that the GRA are demanding, there are discipline practices within Garda Síochána that they're against. They want a fairly meagre 1% pay increase, improved travel expenses, and a seat at the table in the upcoming national talks. Now, I would support some of that, right? 1% pay increase. I mean, you're talking about a junior Garda getting 36 grand a year, and 1% pay increase might bring them to 37. I'd be like, give them a 10% pay increase. It's a hard job. And like if they're overworked, then we need more Garda. Pay them more, make the job more attractive, make it easier to employ Irish people, right? Make it more attractive to employ Irish people over foreign people, and that's how we fix the public sector. Now, regarding their discipline practices, now I've had a legal dispute with the Garda. They're cooperating with me now in that assault case, so I don't have. So I had an issue with them, and it's in the direction of being resolved. So I want the discipline practices in place, but the cases that they brought up that the Guard are being disciplined for, one was about penalty points, which I just wasn't bothered doing any research into, because it's like, yeah, I don't really care if some Guard are corrupt and take away people's penalty points. It's sure it's an issue that should be dealt with, but it's not an issue that I'm going to spend time on. I care more about terrorism and human trafficking, and some part of a church. And there was one particular issue where a Garda was disciplined for giving out a bicycle, and that's the main cause of dispute around GSOC and the disciplinary practices. So the Garda are calling this a witch hunt. So I'm sympathetic for the Garda in some areas, but obviously I want to keep those discipline practices. But for sure, I support better pay and work conditions for the Garda. We have 14,500 Garda. Well, it's increased a little, but we need twice the amount of Garda. And if you want twice the amount of Garda, you pay them more, better work conditions, and specifically try to hire Irish people from working class backgrounds. Any other details about that? So yeah, it's all about the EU presidency. And what I would suggest for patriots to do is, let's organize a protest against EU or against EU policies that we don't like, the carbon tax being a popular one, and we should have banners to say that we support the Garda, because if we protest between July and December, there's going to be less Garda around. So we could, and if you find out when these EU heads of states are coming, say if one of them relates to the tax, then we have a big protest, but we have a sign up saying that we support more pay for the Garda, or something like that. It should be a policy of nationalists to improve the pay and working conditions of the Garda, because when nationalists take over, I want to have a stricter Christian regime. I need better paid Garda to get rid of the terrorists in RT. So, yeah, definitely we should be thinking about organising a major protest and strike against EU policies between July and December. So, support our Garda getting better pay and better work conditions. Ang